Cameras rolling, Steven?
Cameras are good. Audio's good.
Yep.
Those are rolling.
Everything's
Everything's good.
Phone's on silent?
Yeah, our phone's on silent. You good?
Yep. Joe on silent? Yep. Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Is that our banter at the beginning of the show, Todd?
I guess so.
Well, I will say it's really fucking hot in here today.
It is a little hot.
I'm really hot. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I'm hot. Now that feels way better.
Did
that
you
feels
really?
way better. Oh,
That only took you like 6 months to get done.
man.
For those listening to the podcast, he's got a straight out of focus logo with my freaking face on a shirt.
So, yeah,
Dick.
anybody wants a straight out of focus t-shirt, make sure you tweet me and I'll make that happen.
And I'm making 99% of that profit right
I'm
there.
making all the money on this.
royalty, I expect.
Where did you have it made?
Probably the cheapest place
Zazzle.
knowing Todd.
And what's really funny is I'm walking out of my house this morning. I was like, it's not going to make it. Walking out of my house, had a totally different outfit on. Postman comes up.
Postman Fro?
Not Postman Fro, unfortunately. Hands me my mail, and I was like, anything else? And I was like,
Wait. Mail time!
He's like, I got a small package for you. No. And then he was like, oh, wait, hold on. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I just ran back in the house, changed my outfit. I was like, I have to wear it.
So in the future, whoever does your layout, I will tell you, make sure that you start the printing up higher.
On their program, you can put it up higher, and I put it up as high as it would
Yeah,
go
so-
before it would start cropping it. So it's as high as it would let me.
Well, right. So that's something that I learned with printing is that it needs to start up higher depending on your design.
I
and
agree.
it's usually about 2
2
they
inches.
tell you they want it to be like 4 inches. I'm like, guys, like you put it up as almost as high as you can because it's what needs to happen.
I honestly wanted his eyes on my nipples, though.
Am I actually out of focus too?
Yes,
Because I gave you a focused picture.
No, you gave me an out of focus picture.
All right, let's get started. All right, here we go. Let's get into this episode. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. Welcome to RAWtalk episode number 169.
69!
He's been waiting for
You're
this
so
one every
childish,
day.
Todd.
But it's 169.
169. You weren't here for 69. Anyway.
It's you, Cookie, with Steven watching.
Right. So Todd mentions somebody by the name of Cookie, who we will be interviewing today. She makes YouTube videos. It's not her main focus, but when we get to introducing her, we'll probably warn you once again that you may need earmuffs.
It's colorful.
And
It's
if you're
colorful.
and if you're sensitive to sound and stuff, or to things, if you take offense to things, you may
probably already unsubscribed.
You may have unsubscribed.
Probably.
But anyway, we'll get to that more when we get forward. So some big news.
Big
Whoa,
news.
big
Can I get big
news.
news music? I guess air horns. All right.
There we go.
If you've... am I holding? Oh, that's better. If you want to see our first ever mobile RAWtalk live, where Todd will be involved with that, mark your calendars for March 3rd, Thursday, March 3rd in Philadelphia. The link is posted on YouTube. It's also posted over on the website where you can go and purchase tickets.
Come see me.
The tickets are extremely affordable at $8.
$3,000.
There's a Feed Morgan surcharge, though, of $35.
I am taking care of the service charge and all of that. The reason we do the $8, as we've said before, is so that you show up.
So I can buy Morgan food.
So Todd can buy Morgan food. But basically, you will get a free lens cloth when you show up. That's part of it. I usually charge $5 for that, so we're basically breaking even.
Good, I can clean up the vomit at the end of the night. 'cause
It's
I'm getting hammered.
BYOB.
I'm going to be hammered.
It's BYOB, so you can bring your own beer. You can bring your own liquor. You just can't
Hell yes.
sell it.
Liquor.
Yeah, you can bring liquor.
Oh, okay.
And so that's going to be a mobile RAWtalk in Philadelphia. All of the information's over on the website. Pick up your tickets now because it's the first time we're doing one of those shows. Well, first time we're doing a live one in Philly, but it's the first time we're trying this setup with Todd involved. And if it works out really well, maybe we'll take it on the road. But it's the only one that we have scheduled for the year. So if you want to see us live, there's a bunch of seats available.
Hometown show.
And come out.
And I'm trying to talk Jared into letting us hang out afterwards and get shit-faced with the listeners.
No
on
matter
a
where you're
weeknight,
from,
though.
I'm probably going to make out with somebody.
we're trying to please come out and support the show. It would be great to see it live, and we love doing those. Okay, moving on. Last week, Steven had a hickey on his neck.
Yeah, apparently I had a hickey on my neck, which randomly
hot.
appeared in the middle of the show. So I have very sensitive skin. Like if I just scratch my skin or my neck, which I probably did during the show, I get hickeys.
So last week I talked about mail time or whatever, Postman Fro time. So I haven't checked the P.O. box. Heidi will usually check that for
Probably
me.
like overflowing at this point.
It's probably overflowing, but if you want to send something into the show,
Cobwebs.
it's Frono's Photo, P.O. Box 36, Richboro, PA 18954. You can send stuff for the show, and maybe once a month we'll make a video, or maybe we'll make a longer video separate and just share that out with the world, but still showcase some of it on the show.
Hey, Heidi, go check the P.O. box. All right, I'm checking it now.
Or it's just envelopes with anthrax sent to Todd. Addressed to Todd.
All right, good one, Steven. That's not very nice. So we got the mail time. Let's get into the official plug for myroadreel.com. You remember that My Road Reel competition? You remember that? We've been talking about it for the past couple years.
What's that?
Well,
What
it's not running yet, but on their website they have a holding form. So basically you put in your email address so that they can notify you when the contest starts up again this year. I highly recommend that you go to myroadreel.com and sign up just so that you don't miss out on entering this competition, because last year they gave everybody a free Rode Mic Me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Video Mic Me.
Video
Yes.
Mic Me. Oh, or was it the Video Micro?
Or
It was
the Video Micro. It was one
it's
of
not the
those
one for the
two.
phone. It was the one for
You
your
got
camera.
a free mic.
Yeah.
You got a $60 free microphone.
Yep.
So you can't go wrong with something. But whatever. That's not the point. No, that is the point.
That is the point.
Wait, that is the point.
Yes, it is.
Go to myroadreel.com, sign up for the damn email list, tell them the Fro sent you, tweet at them. Just keep tweeting Road like, we love you. We love you. Fro sent us. You. Something. Just mess with them.
That's clear.
Whatever I said. Just tweet at Rode Microphones or whatever it's called up here on the screen, because we like Rode. Actually, Rode wants us to come to Australia.
Really?
So they keep asking for us to
Can they promise me a kangaroo?
Yeah, do you want
Or a
to...
wallaby?
Oh,
Or a koala?
or they told me...
Or
that-
hot Australian chick?
wait, they can bring... Wait, can I get some big news music?
Oh, big news music. Here it comes.
No,
Is it breaking news?
Breaking news music.
Okay.
Rode promised me that if we come to Australia, they will get this. My special guest on the show...
Bindi Irwin.
Bindi Irwin.
Irwin! Oi! What up? What is going on, Jack? I brought my brother...
Can you do that accent
Oi.
when you're interviewing her?
Oi! Bindi Irwin and her brother Bobby Irwin with the haircut of a bull. So yes, Bindi Irwin, tweet that you want Bindi Irwin to come to Rode Microphones when we get to Australia. If you want us if you're Australian and you want us in Australia, tell Rode that you really want us there, that you really, really want. I really, 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 really want you. Don't you want me?
I heard the
Do you want me
lenses
to?
go on the cameras backwards in Australia.
That's actually Canon goes backwards.
Copy.
No,
Yeah.
Nikon does.
Nikon goes
Get it right.
backwards. Oh, they all go backwards. Whichever one you're not used to using. By the way, myroadreel.com. But no, they really want us to come to Australia, and that's a long flight. So if we ever do that, we're going to stop in LA
I'm
for
gonna need
2
a lot
days.
of cocaine on the. Can they supply that?
Well, I hope that we can. They're gun free and drug free or something over there.
I'm definitely not going. I'm definitely not going.
My goal is to fly at least business class.
Here you
At
go.
least.
Hold
At
on.
least
class.
business class.
Do you know who I am?
Dave, you have any comment on this?
This pretentious douchebag moment is brought to you by
myroadreel.com.
It's not about being pretentious. It's that it's going to be a 16 to 18 hour flight from LA. I would like to lay flat.
I couldn't imagine how much that flight would cost.
It's $14,000 in first class on Qantas.
But what's that to me?
That's full
That's
first
nothing
class.
to me.
I looked it up.
What's business?
Business is half that.
How much does Joe fly for? Do we put him in the baggage area?
First off, a regular flight and steerage is anywhere between $2,000 to $2,500 depending on the time of the year for the flight.
Right.
I have a lot of points saved up from spending money on stuff that we
spend
buy.
lots of money.
That it may be possible that I can get an upgrade for some of my points.
I'd love to not sit with you on that flight. I would love for you to upgrade.
You and me
yours.
both.
Let's chip in our points for that, Steven.
Yeah, good. Do that. You do that. Shut up, Todd.
But I do like to watch. I like watching you and Steven watch movies together and hold hands and share
Split
headphones.
earbuds.
We do.
Yeah.
We
We
watch-
used to split earbuds.
What?
Before you had your own
I always
earbuds.
had my own earphone.
No, we did split them once.
No way.
Yes, we did.
It's because you forgot
I think
yours.
I forgot mine.
Exactly. Don't tell me that I forgot mine.
You missed that moment.
Don't touch my iPad.
You missed that moment.
I don't want your sticky hands on here.
A lot of flirting going on.
So let's get into photo stuff, not photo news. Adorama Pics, letting you people know once again the metal code is PXJP. MTL25, unlimited usage of that to get 25% off metal prints until 2/21.
Nice. Great.
Just letting you guys know. And if anybody bitches that I'm giving you free freaking code, look, you're getting a free code. It's not a free code. You're getting a code that's for something off. If you don't want it, don't use it. Don't bitch about it. Now let's get into photo news.
Photo news, music.
Photo news, music. I want anti-bitching music.
Can it be out of focus music though?
Anti-bitching out of focus music brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro in 3, 2, 1, go.
I hate you so much.
That's
I
great.
gotta have a 12,000
This is like
shirt
Christmas.
for
When
the
this
live
showed
show.
up today, it was like Christmas.
Well, I should make a limited run of shirts.
Yep.
And then we should just have funny shirts
I
made for
already
the show.
did. I already did.
Oh no! Give me the file, and I'll just have.
Nope.
I'll have
my moneymaker right now. I'm getting a first class ticket to Australia on Steven's Out of Focus.
All right, I'll have for the Fro
Me
show.
and Steven will be in first class, and Jared will be in coach.
For the live show, maybe we'll have some special limited edition shirts available right then and there.
Can we have like a shirt gun?
We can get
Shoot
a
'em in
shirt
the
gun.
audience.
No, a shirt gun.
yes.
Let's get to the news. I want this to. I want to give people their information they want.
First up, we have GoPro. They're cutting down their camera lineup to just 3 models, which you pretty much predicted a couple months ago.
Yeah, I kind of said that they need to get back to the basics and just offer
Too many models.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So CEO Nick Woodman says the camera will cease sales of their entry-level cameras, the original Hero, Hero Plus, and Hero Plus LCD in April. The remaining lineup will include the Hero 4 Black, Silver, and the Session they're going to keep around.
Which they should.
Yep, and Woodman also confirmed that there will be a new flagship model coming later this year, which, as predicted, the Hero 5, along with their new Karma drone. And the decision to discontinue these products comes after GoPro reported a 31% drop from last year's overall sales. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Their stock has taken a pummeling.
Yep.
I'm going to check it out right now because I checked it out before the show. Well, it's actually right above $10 before
Why
the show.
are people just not buying GoPros?
No, so
I think there's too many models.
I got it.
Too many
Let me
options.
talk. Let me get this. This is what it's about. They tried to compete with. So they were the market. All right. And then China came along and started knocking them off.
Yep.
They tried to compete on the low end with China by making a lower end camera, which nobody needed. You buy a GoPro because, $399, $499, you get it. That's the price. Don't try. You're not going to lose market share. Maybe they have lost market share on the low end and thought that they should compete there. But you need to have a valuable product that people look for. The people that are buying the $199 or the $129 aren't going to buy the $399 version, and they may never grow into that. They just want a camera that does something. Now, the cost and expense that's involved with the tooling and making all of these other things that you need to make to then market it and sell it, you're probably hurting the sales of the higher end things. On top of that, the screw up of the pricing of the Session was a major screw up. But focus in on what got you to where you are and have and make the money there.
Now, they will keep the Session at $199 as well. So I don't think they're going to lower that or raise that at all.
That's where it should have been anyway.
Yep. And I am surprised they got rid of the Hero Plus LCD screen. I thought they would keep that one in the lineup because it is a little different than the just Hero Plus and the regular Hero. And then that being said, they released new footage from their Karma drone, which features American freestyle skier Bobby Brown skiing around in Colorado.
Todd, give us Todd, drop a beat right now. How does that song go? How does Bobby Brown go?
Many. There's My Prerogative.
That's my prerogative.
Don't be cruel. I
Don't
can continue
be
on
cruel
for days.
To a girl that's true. That's
Continue on.
No, that's not
for
that.
days.
Todd, give us a song.
Hit that beat.
Every little step I take.
Every little step.
We'll be together.
Every little step I take.
We'll be together. good. I have those suspenders. The suspender shorts, I have those at home. Jeannie
would.
likes those. I wear them on weekends.
So the main difference about this video is that it's in 4K, so clearly the drone will record in 4K. There's also an interesting clip which features him skiing, holding onto the drone, and then as he's going off a jump, he releases it, and the drone flies away.
The footage looked really nice.
So it does seem to have some sort of like flyaway option, kind of like the Lily does. Now they did edit out the drone because the guy's wearing reflective skiing
Right, I was trying to look
goggles.
for it.
Me too. I paused the frame trying to see, but they blurred it out so you
Gotcha.
can't see the actual drone. And you can see that video if you want. It's over on the website.
It's a pretty cool idea, but we again need to see what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of drones, eagles are now being trained by the police to take down drones.
The Philadelphia Eagles
over in the Netherlands.
the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Dutch
You'll
National.
never make a catch if it's a Philadelphia Eagle.
That's true.
The Dutch National Police announced that it's the first police force to employ eagles to help combat rogue drones. They partnered with a raptor training company to train the birds. Not only will they snag them from midair, but the eagles have also been trained to fly the drone to an area away from people.
Won't they lose talons or something?
See, that's what I don't get either.
Do they have sharp talons?
Do they have sharp talons? It's Napoleon Dynamism, which your hair looks like right now.
have sharp
It does. Now,
damn
Dang it.
Napoleon.
National
make a quesadilla.
National Unit Innovation Manager Mark Wiebe says, in quotes, "The bird sees the drone as prey and takes it to a safe area."
Can I interrupt for a second?
What's up?
Did you see what's on Joe's head,
What's on his head?
Todd?
A douchebag haircut?
A fresh cut?
Did you go to Supercuts for that?
Where'd you get it cut?
Did you use a
Is he,
Flowbee?
is he blind? Okay.
It looks good.
Anyway,
It looks very Republican, to be honest.
he
with you.
says again, the bird sees the drone as prey and takes it to a safe area, a place where he does not suffer from other birds or humans we use in this project. This was Google Translate, so it kind of translated a little weird. Now, regarding for...
Wait, you're not reading the Swedish? Boinka doinka boinka doinka.
The film is okie
Boinka doinka boinka doinka.
Now, regarding safety, authorities say they're looking into protective measures for the birds so they don't get clipped from the GoPros or from the drone's props. No prop guards are in this video, too, and they're still catching the drone midair.
Well, do you know
amazing.
they'll probably all encompass it.
I just don't get
I
how
mean,
they
you can
don't
stick
get
your
cut.
finger in those blades and it'll sting.
Especially
but
carbon fiber
No,
blades.
Todd, don't put your finger in there.
in the plastic ones.
The plastic
No.
ones, I
they'll
think
break
you could-
easy. I've done that.
But the carbon fiber blades, they're
I'll
crazy.
take a finger off. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Dutch police say they'll be testing out the system for the next few months before making a final decision whether the Eagles will be an appropriate means to prevent unwanted drone use. And you can see the video of the Eagles over on the website taking down drones in midair.
Hello, you son bitches! Thank God for the almighty eagle, my American dream, coming in and getting your son bitches drones. I'm sick and tired of you motherfuckers out there with your drones being all pervy on my daughter's jugs. Now, my American eagle, God bless Donald Trump, will be sweeping in and getting all you pervy pervs out of my life. Thank God. Goodbye. Jew.
America.
Team America.
A bald eagle. That's awesome. Sony has announced the successor to the A6000 with their new A6300. Now, Sony claims the mirrorless interchangeable lens camera has the world's fastest autofocus speed and the world's highest number of autofocus points in a camera. Now, the new 4D focus system can acquire focus in as little as 0.05 seconds.
Which I don't even know what means.
I know. As far as focus points go, it has 425 phase detection autofocus points, which literally stretch the entire frame. The new autofocus will work with A-mount lenses as well with an adapter, which is a first for Sony cropped sensor cameras.
Does it take G lenses natively?
It'll take G Master lenses too, which are E-mount lenses.
Do they shoot RAW though with the G Masters?
Other main specs include a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor with an ISO range of 100 to 51,200, pretty much standard these days. And Sony says the new sensor employs copper wiring in its structure, which improves light collection efficiently and significantly accelerates readout speed, whatever that means. It also shoots 11 frames per second. It has a tilting LCD screen. It shoots 4K with full pixel readout and no pixel binning, and another first for a Sony APS-C camera. It'll shoot 1080p at 120 frames per second with all the pro video features you can expect from Sony. And there's more specs, but you can read them over on the website. I don't want to dive too deep into that.
Fronosphoto.com/RAWtalk-169.
69.
And it'll be available.
169.
It'll be available in March for $1,000 for the body only.
So I wasn't invited to the New York showing of it, I guess, for whatever reason.
Thanks, Sony.
Eric Adams asked me, the guy we interviewed a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
I thought I would see you at the Sony event. So I asked him to connect me with them, which I'm already, should be in connection with. We covered. You saw the RX 100 Mark IV video. So Sony should probably perk up and say, hey, why don't you come out and see this stuff? So I'm trying to make that happen so that we can get the press releases before,
Preview
NDA,
videos,
like
whatever.
Nikon gives us an NDA, Canon gives us an NDA, Sigma gives us an NDA.
Everyone, except
so
Sony.
they do that, and I don't know why, because maybe Sony has separate agencies. Nikon and Canon have separate agencies, but they work more closely.
Yeah.
In terms of this camera, I have an A6000.
Yep.
Gary Fong gave it to me as a gift.
Fong Dong.
Yes, Gary Fong gave it to me as a gift. I remember it showed up, and I didn't know who it was from,
yeah.
but I figured it out. Because he's like a Sony evangelist. I don't think he works for Sony, but he loves the camera. So the thing with the A6300 is, we know that the A6000 was the top-selling mirrorless camera. One of the top-selling cameras on Amazon also.
It's a great camera.
People love the camera. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's small. The A6300 is small. It's powerful. It has a lot of functions and features. And the G lenses, it's about time.
Which I'm going to get into next, yeah.
Okay, you're going to come out with that. But my main thing still is the mirrorless camera is small. That's great, right? It's small. But if you put crappy lenses on it, it's still small, but now you put crappy lenses on it. If you're going to put the G Master lenses on there,
they look like regular full
now
size.
You have this big ass hunk of glass on the front of it with this small tiny body which isn't balanced super well. And I used their 70-200 f4 on the A6000 to shoot a concert, and I had a great time shooting. Mm-hmm. Now, it's harder with the autofocus to select your points, so I left it on the one that found the points, and it did a very good job with it, which I assume the new one's going to do better. But the viewfinder was hard to see through just because it was so small, and I literally had a depression on my face.
Really?
But just because I was trying to put my eyes so far into
like
the
a
viewfinder.
black eye when you're done shooting with it.
Not saying it bad. Not saying bad camera. Fantastically fast and accurate camera. But my main thing is you make this really small body. Now you're putting big ass glass on it. It kind of defeats the rallying cry that a lot of mirrorless people had is, it's just so much smaller.
Yeah, that whole marketing ploy of it's a smaller camera type thing, I think that's through the window now at this point.
Right, next.
Now it's again to coincide with the new camera, Sony has introduced a new lineup of lenses. They're called the G Master line, which will serve as their high-end lenses, and it'll launch with 3 E-mount lenses to begin with: a 24-70 f2.8, 85-1.4, and 70-200 f2.8, which I think is a great lineup to start with. Now, Sony VP Neil Manowitz says, in quotes, "The new G Master brand represents the finest and most impressive group of lenses that Sony has ever brought to the market. With our knowledge of what the future will bring for digital imaging, we have designed these lenses and can ensure that the G Master brand will inspire and wow photographers and videographers for years to come." Now, they say the new lenses will be available to resolve their high megapixel cameras as well. And to go along with the lenses, Sony also announced 2 new teleconverters at 1.4 times and 2 times.
Yeah, now they just need big ass glass to go with those teleconverters.
Yep.
Pricing?
Now, the 24-70 will be $2,200. The 85 will be $1,800, both available next month. Now, the 70-200 and the teleconverters, they didn't announce the price yet at the time of this recording. But I assume around the $2,000 range as well.
$2,300 to $2,400.
Probably a little more
expensive,
expensive, yeah. And you can see a preview video of the lenses being used, along with a video featuring like the new tech inside the lenses, very detailed, over on the website. I posted that one.
Yeah,
up.
they've needed these lenses. It's been one of the things I've said all along about the Sony stuff.
So be their high-end lineup.
They need the pro glass. You want the pros to shoot? Get the pro glass.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can't get away with it. Yes, you can get away with the F4s, but it's not the same. So 24-70, 70-200, and an 85-1.4, very good start.
Next up, Canon has unleashed their new flagship DSLR, the 1DX Mark II, which we got our hands on early at CES.
We did get to play with it at CES.
Cool.
We weren't allowed to take photos with it,
like a month,
video. We had
and a
8
half ago?
people watching us do it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they were watching us do it, Todd.
Main specs include a 20.2 megapixel full frame sensor with an ISO range of 100 to 51,200, and it's expandable to 409,600, which is about a stop more than it was previously. The native ISO remains the same as the original 1DX, but Canon says the new sensor has been improved to be cleaner at higher ISOs as expected. Now, other changes include the sensitivity at the center AF points now from -2 to -3, and the AF points are also all compatible down to f8, which is huge for wildlife photographers and sports shooters like those using teleconverters. It boasts dual Digic 6 Plus processors, which allow it to shoot 14 frames per second, or you can do 16 in live view.
Still insane.
And it also features a new battery, the LPE19, which allows it to do those 2 extra frames per second. However, it is backward compatible with their old 1D batteries as well.
It is?
It is. You can use the old ones, but I think they only give you 12 frames a second.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to check out the review? We can put it over, not the review, a preview and a comparison against the Nikon D5. You can go over to the website and see those posted there because we did put those comparisons together. It's important to do that. After you talk about the features, I'll tell you a little bit about what I think.
It now also has dual card slots, this time being one CFast 2.0 slot and one CF. And the big winner here is the video capability. It can shoot full DCI 4K at 60p and a motion JPEG codec at 800 megabits per second, which is great for a DSLR, and up to 29:59 of record time as well. So no limit there, along with 1080p at 120 frames per second, and it also has dual pixel AF for autofocus for video. Now, it won't be split in 4 gig files either, since this camera's formatted exFAT. So no more syncing multiple videos in post. It'll be one big file.
I didn't even know that either.
And I didn't know that either until I read up a little more about this, but they didn't tell us that. Other changes include a touchscreen LCD, AF points that will light up in the dark finally, even an AI servo.
Which they needed.
I hate shooting my 5D without that.
Nikon's had it forever.
It sucks. New digital lens optimizer tech in camera also, 4K frame grab, and built-in GPS and more.
So here's my take. Can I give it?
Well, and it'll be available in April for about $6,000.
Yeah. So the comparisons, like I already ordered my Nikon D5. 5D? D5. D5. Debating.
You screw that up every week.
I do. Well, because we're so used to saying 5D after 5 years of multiple 5Ds. For you, would you spend the extra money instead, you're waiting for a 5D Mark IV to decide?
I think that's going to be my deciding factor is the price of the 5D and the features. I'm assuming when the 5D Mark IV comes out, it's going to be around $3,500, just like the 3. That being $2,500 difference, depending on the features,
but
again, I think I'm still going to go with the 5D.
Yeah, but you need to add a grip for $500.
That is true. So in the end, I think I'll
probably extra batteries.
I have plenty of batteries. I'll probably end up spending $4,000 in the end, which is $2,000 difference. Still, it's still a lot of money.
Maybe I'll decide to buy one. We'll see. Not just to be like, oh, look at that, I can buy something. No, it would be a great tool for us. Yeah. The video features are absolutely unbelievable.
So I think video at that point, though, if you're buying it for video at that price point, you might as well get a C300 or a C100 or something like that.
Well, the C100 Mark II is, I think, under $6,000. I think it's like 55.
Is
or
it really?
Like that? Yeah.
But it doesn't do 4K.
Point,
it doesn't do 4K. Yeah.
I'd probably go with a real video.
But if you're a shooter and you want to do video, you can't go wrong. And
yes.
in the side-by-side comparison of the specs that I put together, I'm sitting there telling you which features win a lot of the cases, and which one I think anybody would buy. Look, if you're new into the game, it would be hard to say buy the Nikon. It really would be just to say buy the Nikon if you're looking for video and photo features. I like my Nikon, or I'm gonna like the D5. D5, right? D5.
Yep.
I would love a 1DX Mark II if that was my camera. It doesn't matter. Like, these things are the best of the best of the best with Honor Sir at the top of the lineup. You can't go wrong either way. But of course, only time will tell when we actually get the cameras in hand if there's pros and cons and which one is better.
Now, speaking of the video features too, my theory behind the 5D having 4K is that it's going to have 4K. Again, we don't know any of this, but I think it's going to have 4K but shoot at 30p. And then they'll save the 60p for the 1DX. That's what I'm assuming, because there's no way these days you can get away with not having 4K video resolution. I mean,
all right, what's next?
Next up, we have some silly news, but I've literally been tweeted by everyone about this story, so I have to include it. A 3-year-old boy named Jacob Bellis won a €2,000 vacation, or holiday as I call it, in Thompson Holiday's Made Me Smile photo contest after submitting a photo of himself, his father, and a smiling horse photobombing them in the background. Well, the horse owner, Nicola Mitchell, is now demanding a cut for the horse's contribution to the photo. Yeah. She argued that the boy and his father should have asked for permission.
What's the name?
Her name?
Yeah.
Nicola
Oh,
Mitchell.
Nicola. I thought you said Nicholas.
Nicola. She argued that the boy and her father should have asked for permission before including her horse in the selfie, and that her family trained the horse to stick out its tongue and smile that way. She says, I was really annoyed to hear Bellis had won a 2,000 euro
Good for you.
holiday and had used a picture of our horse without our permission. He should have asked for our consent. There should be some token gesture, as it is our horse and has really won them the holiday.
Here's a token gesture.
She goes on to say,
Whoa.
I didn't even know that this competition was on. If I had known about it, we would have entered and could have won, as Betty is always sticking out her tongue. I guess that's the horse's name.
You could have won,
Betty.
but you didn't.
The kid's
Was this on a
father-
private land or?
It was on her land, but there was a public path where they took the picture at.
So be it. The horse shouldn't have
Yep.
been there if you
Yep.
didn't want it.
Yep.
Put up a fence bigger so the horse can't see out.
So basically that's what the father's saying, is that I don't understand why she's mad. I was on a public path that everyone uses to go to the local school.
You know
around
what
the
you should have
corner,
done?
And
You
everyone sees the horse.
Send her
Should've
some
shot the horse
cookies.
and made dog food out of it.
Or glue.
Now,
It's got to be. I know who this is.
is it Betty?
No. I know
is
who
it?
it is.
Oh my God! What? Naruto, that's not. You don't even have a law degree. How are you going to represent? Oh, he's there with you. Naruto, you cannot possibly represent.
Round table
what's his
meeting.
name? What's the horse's name?
Betty.
Betty, you're representing Betty now. I listen. You guys didn't win the first time. I don't know. All right. Well, good luck with that.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
You know, can you blur out my finger? Can you play the blur? Do you know how to blur?
Yes.
Where's that? What pro?
Have you ever used Premiere?
I've never
before?
edited before, actually. What
Yeah,
are
it's
we
I mean,
doing?
in Premiere,
Am
it's
I
easy to
editing
do.
Video? Yeah.
Oh.
You know how to make things out of focus.
All the time.
That's not what I meant. I wasn't getting at that. I was just asking if he could blur me. But
I
this
hate
is
you, Todd.
horrible. This is like, really? The kid snapped a selfie, won a trip, and you're sour? If you're going to be that sour, put up a fence. A bigger fence.
Yeah.
So nobody can take a picture. It's a private. They're standing on the path.
Yep.
The horse came. Don't train your horse to be so nice next time.
Or smile.
Be like.
That's what he does.
That's exactly
does
what
he
he
do?
does, actually. She does. It's Betty.
She.
Her name's Betty.
Oh, okay.
Get it right. Now, despite the argument, the travel company will be awarding the kid the full prize, the full holiday. Now, Wayne Bennin, an intellectual property lawyer, says, in quotes, the horse owner's complaint doesn't really hold up in law. The father and child were on a public footpath, so there's no issue of trespassing. As the photographer, Jacob automatically owns copyright of the image and didn't require permission of the horse's owner to take the photo, similar to the way that photographers don't require permission to take pictures of politicians, sports stars, or celebrities when they're out in the public.
It's a terrible photo, by the way. It's
Hey,
a
it won him a
terrible
free vacation.
Yes, it
Who
won him a free
cares?
vacation. But if you're thinking you're going to go over there right now and see a really nice photo, you're not.
And I
Is
still
it
can't-
cute? I mean, is it a cute
No,
photo?
yeah. Cute photo.
The horse makes the photo.
The horse is, doing the thing, but it's not. It's nice. It's the father and his son, and it's a horse. But it's if you're looking for, well, you know what I'm saying.
And they keep saying the kid took the photo. Again, he's only 3 years old.
probably
so-
didn't take the
but I
photo.
can't tell. Like, it kind of looks like he is taking it, but then, I don't know. He's 3. So this is pretty cool. Next up, we have Ford has created special camera tracking unit cars over in Europe that are specifically built for photographers to shoot out of. They're basically standard Ford cars, one being like a Ford Focus ST wagon, and the other being a Ford Fiesta ST, that have had the back trunk cut in half and basically transformed into a rear-facing seat for photographers. Along with the seat, there's a swiveling tripod mount, along with various mounting options like mounting points in and around the edge of the trunk. It's pretty cool. And you can see photos of the custom-built cars over on the website, Mad Max style. But it is neat.
What's that face? There you go.
And then we have B&H retail
Wait,
workers.
hold on. Before we get into that, the car thing's pretty interesting.
It's very interesting.
Thanks, Ford.
Is that all you had to say?
Yeah. Can we get one of those? Can we get one of those?
Well, we got the BlackBerry.
I need a new
We could
BlackBerry.
just cut
yeah.
Todd's
I have a
trunk
Ford
off.
Focus. My trunk's about to fall off. So
Todd can't afford a new car because he has to feed Morgan.
exactly, she eats a lot.
So B&H retail workers are now joining the fight with their warehouse buddies by protesting and seeking better working conditions, launching what they're calling Phase 2 of #BH Exposed. More than 50 workers teamed up at their flagship superstore in New York City to protest this past week, demanding an end to dangerous and discriminatory working conditions inside the store.
What, they don't hire enough Jews?
They are reporting racial discrimination, verbal and physical abuse.
I can agree. I can believe in that.
And injuries due
You
to
believe in doing that is what you're saying.
No, I don't believe in doing that.
Really?
Those are they're alleged.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, in somebody's opinion.
And injuries due to insufficient training. That's what they're saying. So they're protesting that now, along again with their warehouse buddies. You
I
got
would
the
love
inside retail store people.
You know what I would love to see right now? I would love to see a cartoon of the managers of B&H in cartoon form and the employees. It would be perfect on Comedy Central. You know, like
South Park style.
Well, not South Park style. No, that Mort and Mindy. I don't know. I don't watch
Mort
that
and
show.
Mindy?
No, not Mort and Mindy. But
From the 80s.
I don't know that other show. I don't watch it, but it's a new animated show that's vulgar and everything.
Like
that's
Archer?
funny. Yeah, but not that.
But
I
not
just think
that.
it would be funny.
Yeah.
So that would be a funny skit.
Well, and they're saying negotiations may take place this week. We'll see. I wonder who this is.
Hey, yo, yeah, hello, this is fucking Bob the Union, man. Yeah, negotiations are going to be forthcoming, like, next week, within the next 7th of days, possibly, so that we can unify with the Jewishes and get the Latinans and the Jewishes together in a room so we can get them pesos and shekels, you know what I mean, communicating for the cameras so I can get my SD card overnight.
All right, let me ask you a question,
Is that
Todd.
the official statement?
Yeah, hello.
No, hang up.
Okay, goodbye.
Did you
Great PR rep.
Did you have
for the
to
union.
Google the monetary currency in Israel to know that they were shekels, or did you know that?
I feel like
That's
everyone
called
knows that.
improv, bro. That's called improv. And I've heard you say shekels before.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you didn't know it. You
Yeah,
just
you're my only Jewish friend. And friend I use loosely.
Nikon Singapore awarded a prize to a photographer on their Facebook page for taking a great photo with a Nikon camera, only realizing later that it was a poorly photoshopped image. The image in question features like a ladder leading up to a roof where a plane is perfectly composed in the middle. Now, the photographer, Che Yu Wee, was set to be awarded a Nikon trolley bag for the photo. Now, one commenter
what the hell is a trolley
It's a Nikon
bag?
branded bag, basically. One commenter took the image into Photoshop and with a simple levels adjustment basically revealed a box around the airplane showing that it was clearly a composited image. Or the contest followed by commenters like flooding their feed with parody images, replacing the airplane with things like a Star Wars TIE fighter. Godzilla was in one of them, a bunch of other stuff.
So basically, Nikon got a lot of publicity.
For the most part, yeah. Good or bad.
But it's Nikon Singapore. It's like people are yelling that Nikon needs to do it. It's not like it's Nikon like
corporate level or
doing it. It's somebody that represents them in Singapore.
Yeah.
So it's like ripping them apart around the rest of the world. No, it's one person who chose this as the winner.
It's like Canada. They don't really count. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
I can't wait to go to do a Canadian RAWtalk.
I do want to say...
I don't know if they'll let Todd in, though.
Now, Canon Canada took a hit at this whole controversy and uploaded a plane photo to Facebook, seeking photographers to share their best airplane photos with them, saying, in quotes, extra points for creative use of photo editing software to put planes in surprising places.
That's funny. Those Canadians and their flapping heads and their big shoes.
People are now requesting that Nikon only accept RAW NEF files in the future for these contests.
I don't care what people have to say.
And the photographer publicly said, in quotes, I crossed the line by submitting the photo for a competition. I meant it as a joke, and I'm really sorry to Nikon for disrespecting the competition. It's a mistake, and I shouldn't have done that. And then Nikon Singapore later deleted the post. They also issued an apology saying, we have made an honest mistake, and the rousing response from the community today is a reminder to us that the true spirit of photography is very much alive.
And guess what he's going to get?
Very safe answer.
He's going to get 99 lashes because that's what Singapore does. Just like Michael Fay.
Yep, exactly.
That was the kid's name.
Yep.
Michael Fay. What a dick that kid was. He scratched all those cars and then thought that because his dad was a diplomat that he wasn't going to get caned. He got caned, and he got caned good.
Big Daddy cane.
I think he got 29 Big Daddy canes.
Yep.
And then they add that moving forward, we will tighten our image review process to avoid similar situations in the future.
Got it. Good job. Thank you.
Good job,
and then
Steven.
we have, you actually made a video about this next story.
I did?
David Beckham's son, Brooklyn, has riled up the photography community, making many photographers angry after accepting to shoot a Burberry campaign.
Burberry.
Burberry?
No, it's Burberry.
It's Burberry?
Burberry.
I've always heard of Burberry.
I went specifically online, found a video of a official Burberry.
Of a random YouTuber.
Burberry, and he's like, Burberry. Burberry.
I've always said Burberry.
Well, that's stupid accents.
It's like Nikon and Canon. It's like Nikon and Nikon.
Yeah.
Nikon. Who knows what it is?
I don't know.
I
I've
just
always
thought
said
it was Burberry.
Okay.
That's how they say it in Canada.
So Burberry hired the young 16-year-old for its next fragrance ad campaign, utilizing his social media reach to broadcast the photo shoot live on his Instagram and Snapchat accounts.
Is it called Derelique?
They also hashtagged "This is Brit," and he also has nearly 6 million Instagram followers.
5.9.
5.9. Nearly 6 million.
5.9.
Nearly 6 million.
True.
Claiming nepotism, photographers and fashion industry professionals are angered over Burberry's choice to recruit the inexperienced Brooklyn for the job.
Wow.
Now, high-end fashion photographer Chris Floyd says Brooklyn's shoot is a devaluation of photography. He goes on to say David and Victoria Beckham represent sheer willpower and graft. They represent hard work, and then their 16-year-old son comes along, and it's sheer nepotism. He adds that he hasn't done it from hard work.
You know what I want to hear right now? Justin
Spice Up Your
Timberlake.
Life?
Justin Timberlake singing "Cry Me a River."
I want to hear "Spice Up Your Life."
So they say again he hasn't done it.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna zing a zing zinga with a zing a
I want
zing.
a social media reach around.
He hasn't done it from hard work, which is counterintuitive to what his parents represent. Part of me takes my hat off to Burberry and says that's clever.
But don't take the scarf off because somebody will steal it.
But the photographer side of me says, for God's sake. He adds that Brooklyn Beckham's got however many million Instagram followers.
More than you.
That's
Lucky.
what's attracted Burberry. The people his age are Burberry's target market or the future target market.
Oh, yeah, so Burberry did a terrible job there by hiring somebody who reaches their market the way that they want to and so happens to take pictures. If you look at Burberry's website in the first place and you look at the photos that are on there, they're nothing special to begin with. They're photos of cracked out looking, drugged out looking models because they're, you know.
Oh, that's hot.
But they're,
my kind of
you know,
girl.
those
I'm
type of
looking for in
models.
Australia.
And they're straight on harsh flash photos. But so what? I made a whole rant video about this. It goes on for about 7 minutes. We're not going to roll it here. You can see it over on the website.
And a giant booger on your face.
A giant what?
Booger on your face.
Oh, it was you know something. But I acknowledged it. So deal with the schmutz. And if you don't, and so in the future, for anybody that is ever making videos or anything, like
Look in the mirror.
No, not that. If you've ever gotten a whole show out of focus, like Steven did the one time, and then he called me and he's like, "Well, what do we do? Do we redo it?"
We make T-shirts.
You just acknowledge it. And when you acknowledge it, you take away the sting and because you bring it to light, and hopefully most people just understand it. I didn't want to remake the video because it was very raw and right to the point, so I didn't want to try to go make it up again. So I acknowledged that I had schmutz under my nose. Done. So go watch that video because I give you my feedback and my take on the entire thing with bleeps.
You bleeped it.
When I said
That's rare.
F you to the people,
Interesting.
I just thought that for the effect, it would be better to put the bleep in there. But you still could see me mouthing it.
So other photographers like Esquire photographer John Gorrigan claim that he wouldn't need any knowledge of executing the shoot.
I cursed on him too.
As Burberry probably had everything ready for him on set, like from lighting to cameras to makeup artists to locations, whatever. He says it's going to be so well managed. He'll have the best hair and makeup, the best models, the very best equipment, so that the chance of any risk is greatly reduced. It infuriates me because I learned my trade and other photographers learned their trade, but he's not learning his.
Screw you, dude. Your statement is bullshit for the fact that I'm not going to put out numbers. On a lot of these high-end photo shoots, the digitechs, the assistants, the hair and makeup people are doing hair and makeup because that's their job.
Yep.
The people like Digi Richie, they set up lighting. They do that stuff. They make sure everything is where it should be. And then the photographer can come in and say, "Oh, tweak this, or not," and show up and push a button.
Annie
Leibovitz does this in the videos. Yes, she has a lot to say with where the lights go and the concepts and creating that stuff. But you know I know there are people that know that they come in, everything is ready to go, and they get in there and they start taking pictures. That's how it is. So you're bitching about this. Is stop being a crotchety old asshat and just get over it. He was the right choice for this. How did the photos look?
The photos actually look pretty good.
Exactly.
They do.
And
Were
if
they
they
in
didn't
focus?
And if they didn't, yeah, they were sharp.
Killed it.
And if they didn't look good, who cares anyway? The point was made. Burberry did a great job. Beckham is, you can't fault the kid for being the son of who he's the son of. And that's it.
Son of a bitch.
Watch the rest of the rant. Next story.
And you can see the final portraits over on the website too, along with behind-the-scenes videos from his Instagram account and your video too. I'll post.
Yeah, which is more free advertising for Burberry, for those who don't even know what it is.
And we have one more story of the week. We got Seagate. They're getting hit with a class action lawsuit over bad hard drives. The suit, represented by the firm Hagens Berman, claims that their hard drives failed to live up to the advertised promises by failing and causing the loss of data. It specifically notes that Seagate's 3 terabyte drives, mainly their Barracuda and Backup Plus external drive, failed at exceptionally high rates, leaving consumers with broken hardware and significant loss of data.
Broken hearts.
Now, cloud backup company Backblaze, they tested over
Backblaze?
They tested over 49,000 drives over the past few years.
What's it? Backblaze.com/FroKnows?
Backblaze.
I believe so. Yep.
Whatever my affiliate link is. Go
And
check it out. I use it.
Their results confirm that Seagate's 3 terabyte drives are among the least reliable that they've tested, and they posted a chart to coincide with their findings. And the lawsuit also accuses Seagate of sending out replacement drives to consumers, which were also faulty and unreliable, which violates consumer law and
crazy.
Seagate's drive warranties.
We've heard a lot about Seagate's being crap.
And I've had Seagates over the past few years. My first 2 hard drives were Seagates, and they lasted me 4 years until I got Western Digital's for a higher capacity and used them. But Western Digital I've been happy with. We use OWC now as well.
Yep.
And we have some of the Lacey stuff too.
Lacey,
We're just going to keep
Drobo.
naming hard drive companies until somebody contacts us and wants to be the and Buffalo.
Tweet,
And then we
tweet
use
at them.
those.
We used to use
Until Seagate comes in and sponsors us, then they're the best. We're going to definitely use them all the time.
this episode brought to you by Seagate,
We
whose
haven't had
drives
any problems with them.
they fail constantly as we're filming the show.
And we lose half the show.
Yeah.
This show's brought to you by Black.
So you can find a link to the firm's website. I posted that for you guys. If you want to join the class action lawsuit yourself, if you have a bad Seagate drive.
You'll be able to get yourself 15 cents on every drive.
Probably.
Basically.
Yeah. And that's it for photo news this
All right,
week.
let's get some crashing hard drive music to end photo news. Brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that brings us to something else, Todd, that we forgot to do. I don't know where it was supposed to go, but you said you had a text of the week.
Oh, see, I don't know what this text of the week is
I don't know
either.
what the text of the week is.
And this was a
either.
group text
This
that
was
we
a group text.
have also received.
So what's going to happen after text of the week? We're going to get ready for the interview.
All right, so here's the text of the week. This came from Jared to both Steven and I. Quote, I worked out today and it was great. I got to take my shirt off and flex in the mirror. Which
I feel like there were better texts that he sent
I
us.
can't send what Steven's response was.
Is it related to a TV show?
Yeah.
You think I didn't plan on sending that to you, Todd, knowing very well that you would make
See,
that
he's
into
already-
the text?
No.
He's already tricking the system, man.
I know. This is
man.
funny. I'm going to just say it.
These are texts that I've gotten before, though. Worked out today. Looked really good.
You should see my
muscles
guns.
are ripped. My guns are ripped today.
Everyone looked at me. I loved
Yeah.
it.
So, did you flex in the mirror?
Well, I took my shirt off for part of the workout because nobody else was there.
Oh, and in last week's text, he also sent us a picture of him with his shirt off, flexing, talking about how that picture is going to be on graphic stock whenever you Google Fro. So he was really proud of that.
Oh, yeah,
So,
so-
Steven, can we put that picture up on the
Yes,
screen?
we can.
He also sent us that, saying, I guess whose picture's going to pop up when you Google
Type in
Fro
Fro.
on audio blocks.
Video
And I
graphic
put a
stock.
picture of a douchebag.
I did send a message to the guy over at Graphic Stock, the CEO, former CEO. He now has a
Oh, you
different role.
really did that?
Yeah, I said.
Yes, of course he did.
I said I looked up Fro the other day and making a video, and I didn't see my picture there. Could we kind of maybe put my picture there? And he's like, absolutely. So I'm gonna send him the press photo to do that. So if you're on graphic stock, that one's great. I was 176 pounds. That was when I first started working out. A couple months in. I just thought that was funny to
your
send
baby
you.
chest.
Shut up.
Got that little patch of hair.
I know.
All right, so now
when
it's
he
time
hit
to move
puberty.
on. Now it's time to move on to preface this interview.
Yes.
So I met Cookie doeFace through Todd and Todd's wife, and turns out that Cookie has a YouTube channel, and her persona is pretty colorful. It's out there.
What are you trying to say, Jared?
That she
Didn't
has
we have this problem last week with your
Again?
your discussions on race?
What are you
What are you saying that she's colorful? Just because she's black, she's colorful? Such a dick. God.
Yeah, Todd.
Give me
That's
the race shovel again so I can dig him out of this.
yeah, dig me out of it. So Cookie
She's got a big personality, is what she has.
She's a colorful personality.
Well, see, here we go again.
She
You with
makes
the race.
YouTube videos about cooking and drinks, and she's out there. As in, she's not.
She's a good time.
She can be vulgar. She can
Which
be,
is fucking unacceptable, in my honest opinion.
She can be sexual.
Which is really out of fucking hand.
But she's smart and funny and very successful at all the things that she does. So I just want to tell you to put on your earmuffs, or if you don't want to listen to some of
Dave?
that part, if you offend
Dave on this one.
easily,
Yeah, let's have Dave help us out. Dave, want to help us out?
Warning! Put on your fucking earmuffs.
There you go.
just know that this is Cookie's persona. This is what she does, and that's what she does on the show. So my whole point with this, to bring Cookie in, is that she has 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a lot more subscribers than a lot of people get when they put stuff up.
It's way more than Joe has.
And so
Joe, how many do you have?
Part of the discussion was really to hear how she did it. And it's kind of interesting to hear about it in the last 5 months and all that different stuff. And so my goal was to just show you guys that you can do this. You can make things happen. That's not putting Cookie down at all. That's just showing you that you can work your butt off at multiple things and still make a YouTube
I think
channel.
you're still trying to put Cookie down, though.
No, I'm not in any way.
Put that cookie down.
You're trying to put Cookie down on the floor, I think. Because it's intimate between you two.
All right, so why don't we just get to the interview right now? Be pre-warned. Let's get to the interview, and here comes Cookie doeFace. Cookie doeFace.
Hi.
Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
So I introduced you. I told people who you are and partly why we're having you on.
Okay.
And I thought it was a great idea to have somebody like you on who works extremely hard. How many jobs do you have?
16?
16. So what are these 16 jobs?
Well, during the day, I'm a software analyst, and then I have apartment buildings, and then I have photography, and then I do the cooking show.
So you have
4 jobs, technically.
but you work hard.
Yeah.
And being a programmer is obviously I don't know how to program, so programming is pretty cool.
Programming is very boring. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to just sit home all day and drink martinis.
You think I sit home all day and do nothing? Is that what you're saying?
You work, but you sit home all day.
I sit home all day. Not true. Not true. So I was introduced to you by Todd and Todd's wife.
Woof.
We were at the comedy show, and
you instantly fell in love with me.
I fell in love with you.
Yeah.
I loved your glasses. I love that you laughed at not one of the comics.
Horrible.
Well, do you remember that night?
Yeah.
You did end up laughing.
Yeah, well, yeah, one time, but anytime Todd and Jeannie call and say, "Oh, let's go," nah, I'm busy because Todd like to go to those like corny improv shows, so I stay away from them.
But you did end up laughing.
Did I?
Yeah, but it was only for a certain comic.
Oh, the one you cheated on me with?
Almost.
Yeah. Okay, you're fired.
I did. I'm sorry. So where'd the name come from? Where'd Cookie doeFace come from?
Cookie doeFace comes from my uncle. My uncle used to always tell me I had the cutest little cookie doeFace whenever I put on makeup. So that's where the name comes
And that's
from.
where it came from. So let's get into the YouTube angle. So
Okay.
why did you choose to go to YouTube? You have these other jobs. You're into real estate. You're into the programming. Why did you start your YouTube channel, which by the way has over 10,000 subscribers now, which is great.
Right.
And part of the reason that I'm having Cookie on is so that you guys understand that you can have multiple jobs. You can work really hard and build something. There is nothing there's nothing wrong with having 10,000 subscribers. There's nothing wrong with having 5,000. There's nothing wrong with having 150 people follow you. There's a means to an end. There's a reason you do stuff like this, and that's what we're going to figure out with Cookie, why she or how she gets started with that.
Well, a friend of mine was telling me, I always cook for people and do parties and things like that. So a friend of mine was saying, why don't you do a cooking show on YouTube? So he came in from New York to try to help me, but he wanted me to be quote unquote like, I don't know, one of the Food Network stars with just the
Without
basic,
the personality.
Yeah, without the personality. And I'm like, I can't do it. So he left. And another guy came in and helped me. So we started doing the show, and I started to be myself. And then my viewers start coming in, and then now I'm just like, it's whatever, because I have to be me. This is how I am in my everyday life. So I can't go on the show and be, hi, we're going to put a little pinch of cinnamon, because that's not me. We're going to put some fucking cinnamon in the shit. It's just that simple.
That works.
Yeah.
How many videos do you have?
About 110.
And I noticed that you haven't put up one in the last 5 months.
Yeah, because I'm skinny now, so no. Actually, between working and I'm starting another business, and it was too much. It was overwhelming, so I had to step back a little bit. Now, my sidekick, which is Sam Sneed, he's the one that tapes the video for me, and it's just me and him. And sometimes it's too much. So, with the, chopping, slicing, dicing, the lights, the camera, like it's a lot for us to do. So we had to take a little break.
All right.
We'll be back. We're actually starting to tape tomorrow.
All right. So what happened? You went through a little bit of a transformation?
Well, I lost 50 pounds. So don't I look good? You can't tell?
Yeah. Well,
okay. You see the arms?
Yeah, you're ripped.
Okay. Thanks, Bill. Yeah. So I lost 50 pounds. Went to the doctor one day, had some blood work done, and he said, you're like a starburst away from diabetes. So I'm like, sure, dude. So I went and I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I'm like, what you gonna do? She said, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom and give myself some shots. I said, shots of what? She said, my diabetic insulin or whatever. So I said, well, where are you going to do that? Why you have your shirt up? She said, I have to stick it in my stomach 3 times a day. That's all she had to say. I strictly cut everything out, cut all the sugar, the pasta, everything white out, white people, everything. And then I just went back to the boxing gym, and it fell off. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months.
And it's food related, and it's exercise. So talk about the boxing gym. I know there's a story behind why you got into boxing.
Right. Well, the boxing gym I go to now, and I got to give my guys a shout out. I had to go for anger management because I have, anger issues sometimes.
Well, what did you do to get in trouble?
I got into a fight. And this girl, and she poked me with a bottle, like a broken bottle. And then I poked her, and we got poked. So they were telling me I had to do either community service or I had to take some type of anger management class. One of my girlfriends is a school teacher, and she said a lot of the kids there, go to boxing for anger management. So I started out doing that at Champs Boxing Gym, and then we were over at the Dungeon, and now we're at Rock Solid Boxing Gym, which is actually a couple blocks from here. So it's on 2800 block of Chatham. So it's called Rock Solid Boxing. Shout out to you guys.
So then you with the YouTube videos,
mm-hmm.
When you first started, what was your goal with it? Why did you decide to start it?
It was really to have fun, just to cook and have fun and just to kind of get my name out there. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, well, I can kind of make a business out of this. So, and that's what I was trying to do. But I need free employees, and nobody wants to work for free. So
that's why you do it yourself.
Exactly. But it's too much for me to do. Now, my niece does help me. And like I say, Sam helps me. And people come in from time to time to help, but they don't stay around. They don't stick around.
Right.
Because, and I can be a little,
abrasive?
No, I like things in order. A little bit.
Rough sandpaper?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, that's when the anger management kicks in, then I have to,
Your first couple videos, mm-hmm. So you wanted to do it for fun, mm-hmm. Maybe turn it into a business. who were the people watching at the beginning?
Well, mostly I had like people in like their 30s, 40s, women with new boyfriends, or younger women like 27, 28 that's just getting in relationships, trying to learn how to cook. Then you had like the older women who already know how to cook but kind of wanted to like spice their food up a little bit. So that was my age group. So the majority of my group are women. And then I have a whole different set of people that just basically watch for my drinks.
And so you do drinks as well.
Yeah. So the whole time while I'm doing the show, I have a drink on the counter. And then I do another little segment for 2 minutes where I make that drink.
Do you have a culinary background in the first place?
No, my uncle was a nutritionist at the hospital. So he used to always cook, and so did my grandmother. So that's where I get the cooking from. Mm-hmm. I used to just like to cook. I like to put things together.
Which is what I talk to people about here, is that when you have a job, like Cookie has 2 other jobs that aren't cooking and making YouTube videos, that you have a better ability out there to start something new around what it is that you do. Are you into painting? Are you into art? Are you into construction? Are you into building knickknacks? Anything that you have out there, you can turn that into your passion into a YouTube video. You can turn it into whatever you want. Because if you're watching me, you probably like the business, the marketing, but also the photography and video knowledge. So you can take that you already have and turn it into content, and it can build and it can lead to things, which is why I'll ask you, like, I know something happened. Somebody got in touch with you. What was it for? You don't have to say who it's for.
Right.
But what happened?
I got a call from a friend whose friends wanted me to cook for Thanksgiving.
And it's a celebrity type.
It's a celebrity. And so I flew out, cooked for them, cooked for the family, stayed at the house. They gave me a brand new computer system, big 27-inch iMacs, and they paid me. And from that, I had a call from a friend who has a business, but a friend of theirs who has a business, who wants me to write a menu for their brand new restaurant they're about to open up.
Right. And so that's not something that you don't have a culinary degree. You just like cooking.
Right.
And you're able to turn that into something else, business-wise. Right. One, being flown down somewhere by a celebrity because they like your videos leads to something. Right. And is your goal that you'll be doing Cookie doeFace full time, or you still want to be a programmer? You still want to do the jobs that you do?
I'll probably keep the jobs that I have. I just have to master them. Like, I've been in the software business for like 20 something years, and I kind of want to step out of it because I'm more of an artsy person as opposed to sitting there chugging out on a computer. I'm burnt out from it.
Right.
So I want a job like Todd Wolf, like, and you know.
So let's talk about how'd you decide how to film it? Talk about the videos. How'd you decide what to use?
So basically, I had my, at the time I had a T2i, and I just basically just turned on the video camera and just started tweaking it, looking at YouTube videos, came across yours too. And
before we met?
Yeah, I came across yours.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, why is his hair like that? So anyway, just trying to figure out how to use it. So what me and Sam and I are going to do now, I'm going to get Sam a camera and have Sam like really focus on how to, because we need to change our look. Like, we're supposed to come back tomorrow, but I didn't want to come back with the same look and the same background. I wanted to have more of a cinematic look. So, I was talking, to Todd and other people about how to get that look. But again, I don't have time to really master it because of all the other things I have going on.
Which again shows you guys out there that it doesn't always have to be perfect. Right. And I will tell you from some of the videos that I've watched of Cookie doeFace, her tiles are nice and in focus sometimes. And so the focus, even with it being off, people are still watching for some of the videos. Yeah,
because a couple of videos are horrible up there, but those are the ones with the most hits.
Really?
Yeah, they're like out of focus. This is when we first started. And even now, like, I did a video probably because I haven't done videos in like 4 or 5 months. So one of the videos, it's not in HD, and I'm like, okay, why is this not in HD? And this is on my 70D, and I'm like, this should be HD. Why is it not HD? So it's something that I'm not doing or I'm messing up with. So
Right.
That's why I bought my camera today, so y'all can figure it all out.
So we'll figure it out for you. But do you guys understand this? I want you to understand why I have Cookie here. It's not just to make fun of me and to do whatever Cookie does. It's to show you that, and I'm not ripping on you, Cookie.
Oh, no, I know you love me, baby.
I'm not ripping on you in any bad way. I'm just saying that you know that she doesn't have a big understanding of the video angles and the aspects of it.
Right.
But she had an idea to start something, started it, has over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and is going to continue to do that. And from making the videos, other avenues start to open up. It's about figuring out what you can do that, because a lot of people email me, they're like, how do I get into photography? How do I get into video? How do I get into doing this stuff when I have a day job? In this day and age, you need to be multifaceted to figure out how to be successful. There is nothing wrong with having a day job. And I keep bringing up Mike Bregman, the guy in Chicago I keep talking about, that I should probably put up some information about him. But he has, like I've said time and time again, he has his day job and he's incorporated photography in it, and the owners of the private jets that he's photographing are contacting him to do jobs. And it could be the same thing whether you work at a restaurant. If you work at a restaurant, go ahead and talk about what you do on camera. It doesn't hurt. You never know what's going to resonate with people, but if you want something to happen, you have to go and make something happen. And I don't care if it's shot with your iPhone, if it sounds like crap, if it looks like crap. Sure, I want it to look awesome, but you know from watching YouTube that many times people's videos don't sound good, they don't look good, yet they have millions and millions of subscribers. And that's that. So what questions, because I know you have questions about the branding, the marketing, the shooting. What do you want to know so I can throw you information?
Well, the one thing I think we have an issue with, my videos always have this red hue over them. And I can't seem to... I was editing with, because it was easy and I knew it, Microsoft Movie Maker. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. So I was editing with that. And... it doesn't have a lot to it, but I learned it and it was quick. So now I have the Adobe Photoshop whole set.
Premiere.
Yeah, Premiere. So I was trying to use that, and I found that to be like I don't feel like focusing on, I just need something easy and quick. So the one thing I said I have is a hue, like a red hue over all my videos and my pictures.
It's probably just the white balance of the camera.
Okay.
It's just one of those things that if it's in your photos and it's in your video, it's probably a white balance issue that's not set properly with the camera.
Now, I tried to set it because somebody told me to take like a white sheet of paper, take a picture of it, pour it in, pull it inside and all, and I'm like, it didn't work. So
on the marketing side, what do you want to know about the YouTube side?
My one thing was I was trying to figure out like how I can get more subscribers and more people coming to my page, because I do the Instagram, I'm doing Periscope now, and then Tumblr, and I'm trying to put all these things out here, but I'm not getting the response I think I should get.
Well, do you want to know the first reason why you're not getting the response?
Why?
You haven't put up a video in 5 months.
Yeah, I know.
So that kind of hurts your ability to get people to find you.
But
or
even
the
when
people that find you or have found you and have followed you after 5 months,
no,
where's
they're like
Cookie
on there
doeFace?
begging me. They're like, can you please put, like they are waiting for me. And I'm like, we're coming.
Right.
And we're going to do it tomorrow. But the thing is, I do the editing of the videos. Mm-hmm. So I have to do that after work and after the gym. I don't get home from the gym to 8 o'clock. So, so it's like I can't have it done like you'll have this video done tomorrow.
No.
Oh, okay.
Monday.
Okay.
It'll be out by Monday, but that's still editing, a whole day of editing plus some.
Right. And see, I don't have a whole day to do that.
Sure.
So maybe I'll drop my videos off here.
Not going to happen. We're not doing it. But that, comes into play where maybe you can find a student that wants to help you with editing, or you throw them some money, or you figure it out, because that's what you have to do.
Well, my thing is, this is me. Anything I touch turn to gold. So I figure if you ride with me now, you can ride with me later, because I'm going to make it, because I always make it. And that's why my man Sam Sneeze sticks by me. He's my friend also, but he knows whatever I touch turn to gold.
So there you go.
So, I mean...
Well, so let's get to the brass tacks of it.
Okay.
Regardless of not making videos for the last 5 months, you start making your videos now. You got to pick the right type of videos to make. Super Bowl is on Sunday.
Right.
So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you could have made a big game. You can't say Super Bowl,
Right.
Because that's their thing. I
Right.
guess I just said it. I don't know. You
Right.
can say, so we're going. Well, actually, it's in context, so you can talk about it.
Right.
But you want to say, hey, you're going to the big game party. You're having a party. Whatever.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
knows what you're talking
Right.
about. You make videos. There's holidays all the time.
Well, I started off like that, but again, it's a lot. Like usually when we tape a show, we'll tape at 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm up like 8 o'clock in the morning, slice and dice and chop and make sure to go on the market show. It's too much. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot. And by the time 6 o'clock come, I'm so mentally exhausted. Like I can't. I try to pick myself up and, and tell jokes and stuff, but it's draining.
I'm just going to throw the advice, and I don't want to hear excuses. Like you're tired. You work your ass off.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm not giving you shit for that. But if you are looking to take it to that next area, you're going to have to figure out how to make that work. Something that you can do when you're doing all that prep work is you can set up a GoPro, you can set up some behind the scenes stuff and talk to the camera while you're doing prep work. So not only are you getting some behind the scenes video content, you're going to end up with more videos. Yes, it's a little harder to edit, but if you do that one as a straight through edit, you don't really need to edit. You put on a beginning, you put on an ending. You just say, hey, this is like a vlog with Cookie doeFace. I'm preparing for this next video, which I'm going to make. So look out for that as it's coming. But I'm just going to sit here and talk to you while I'm prepping for the shoot.
And that's what I've been doing with Periscope, and that's what I wanted to talk
Periscope.
to you about was the type of equipment I will need to do these other things.
Screw Periscope for one. How many people are watching?
I have about a good 25. I just started like a week ago.
But that's the problem with Periscope. You're better. You don't need to do it live because you have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. The Periscope, you're not going to bring in a lot of new people. It's just not going to happen there. Facebook is a strong place. You need to be putting your videos on Facebook as well, natively. Facebook now does video strongly. You don't want that. You want to put it up natively. And that leads people to follow you and everything. You could also do Facebook Live, which now lets you talk. Basically, you plug your phone up there, talk to it. I still suggest you put up the 70D, whatever you have with the wider lens, or you simply get a GoPro and you talk to it. And you let it run, and that's a strong video that you put up. It's another piece of content which keeps people interested. So you can either put that up after the other video comes out, the main cooking one, because what you can do is say, hey, by the way, you like this main cooking video? Why don't you click here to see the other video that I made of me just telling you about my preparation? And so it's just more added content because you're doing it already. So everything that you do should be a piece of content. And then there needs to be the easy content that you can create that doesn't take a lot of time. You have a 27-inch iMac you mentioned. You can get people to submit questions to you. They submit them to Cookie doeFace, whether it's through email or they leave a comment on your channel or they send you a tweet. Then you can sit in front of your camera when you have a couple minutes and have a drink, and it could be 10 minutes with Cookie, 5 minutes with Cookie, but you answer 2 to 3 questions. It's very similar to, like, I do the flying solo for this show. My buddy Gary Vaynerchuk does his Ask Gary V show. Another guy, Casey Neistat, does he does Mailtime, but he also does Q&A time. It's something like that. So now you have more pieces of content to keep people interested in the meantime while they're waiting for that other stuff to come out. These are the things I did at the beginning.
I think it's too much sometimes.
Soup smells really good, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you think is too much?
Like when you got the video and then you have this behind this the next video. Sometimes I think it's too much where people get overwhelmed. Like I've seen videos like somebody have a video up about makeup, and then the next video is like, okay, how to do this under your eye, and then a day later it's like it's too much to me.
Well, it's for you to figure out, but I think you need to try it. You need to. If it's too much for you to do, then obviously you're not going to do it. But if it's resonating with your viewers who want to see more, if they want to see more,
they want to look through my house. They're like, you look like you decorate well. Can you
so then there you have it. Cookie on a side note. Yeah, you're Cookie doeFace, but here, let's see other tchotchke things that I've done. And you said you want to turn it into a business. You think like a business. You have to, and you are a businesswoman. So you these people that follow you for cooking may follow you for other stuff. So people want to know you. They watch you because it's you. So they'll watch you whether you're cooking. They want to see your life, and it's kind of what vlogging is. You talk to the camera as you're walking around at the flea market. You can talk about that stuff, and if you find you try things. That's the great thing about what we do online is you try stuff to see what sticks, and if it doesn't stick, you try something else, and if that doesn't stick, you try something else, and then you're like, holy crap, crap, this is even bigger than what I was doing before.
Right.
But you have to try it. And I know it takes time, but if that's the direction you want to go, then you make the time. But if you're already cooking stuff, you're already going, people want to see your house, give them a walkthrough of what you want to show them.
Yeah, you know where I live at. I'm not walking.
I don't know where you live. You said
house.
you own apartment buildings.
Yeah, but I live in the hood. I mean, it's nice, it's cute, but on the outside, like the doors are rusted, the siding's falling off, but I leave it like that.
That's fine.
So when they come inside, they don't think it's nothing in there. But I don't think like that's too much. Like that's too much. I don't need to show them the inside.
So don't show them the inside of your house.
Right.
But when you're making the preparations for the show, for your videos, that's content.
Right.
When you're answering questions for people, it's so even if you just did 3 days a week,
Okay.
not 3 days a week. I don't know how you do it, but for me, it's about putting up a lot of content. I like a lot of content, but figure out what works for you. But 5 months off doesn't work because you're losing people and they may not come back.
But you know what? I gained more viewers not being on there. I'm going to be honest with you.
But so you've gained more viewers, but then you haven't been able to feed those new viewers with content to grow faster.
True, you're
and
right.
so, yes, you'll continue to grow because it's on YouTube. But if I were you, I would go ahead. I mean, cocktails is a huge thing on YouTube. Mixed drinks, mixology, or whatever. Millions of subscribers. There's millions of people looking for mixed drinks.
Right.
Make a mixed drink part of the month or the week.
Right.
That's simple. Make it a 2-minute mixed drink with cookie.
I can
Keep
do
it
that.
quick. And it's simple and it's easy. You could preload this. So you could take a couple days off if you want to take a couple days off. I know you took a day off to come into here. I'm just giving it to you raw.
I mean, I appreciate the advice because I need it. Like I need to make changes, and I need to like angles. Like one person said, when you guys are going to, when I'm great, eat the food. Like we're from over this way, and she's like, you guys need to be from like over this way or up this way so that we can see like how the food looks when it comes out the oven.
And that's
or whatever.
another thing is you can put a camera up top. It can be a GoPro shooting down, but it also comes down to editing and getting better at things like that.
Right.
But like I've said before, we like to try to have the best of the best of the best quality possible.
Right.
It doesn't mean that everything has to be because we see those really crappy videos out there. And I'm not saying you make crappy videos, but even if you just step it up a little bit. Did you buy the microphone?
I did. I had like a pen on one, but I sound like I was closed in. So now I'm gonna try to get the shotgun one.
All right. So
But I think the one Todd showed me was like $500. I said, Todd, I was getting a $29.99 one.
Okay, so you get what you pay for.
But some of them sound good though. I think.
All right.
Like,
But this is just it's,
like I don't want to go out initially and buy this like high price thing.
But you
I was
already
trying
have
to-
10,000 subscribers, Cookie.
Right.
You've already established yourself.
Right.
You've already made something that's a ton more subscribers than most people have at all.
True.
So that's really important to know. Don't second guess yourself there.
Well, can you give me some free stuff around here, like microphones and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll ask Rode if they want to send you something. What's your Twitter?
Cookie doeFace.
At Cookie.
No, I am Cookie doeFace.
I am Cookie doeFace. Tweet at Rode and make sure that they see that I am Cookie doeFace, or just hashtag get Cookie a mic or Cookie doeFace a mic, something like that, just so that and add whatever Rode's Twitter is, and you guys
a GoPro and some other stuff. And I need my roof done. Can you get that too?
Well, you're looking at the wrong guy to do your roof because I'm not going to do it. Cookie, anything to add before we get out of here?
No, the people that do help me, I just probably want to just say thanks to them if I can. To my makeup artist, Coco Guerrera. She's on Instagram, KOKO_GUERRA. Mirror Hair Salon. Sam Sneed, of course, that's like my baby. He helps me out all the time. And that's pretty much it. And my Jeannie, my Whitney Wolf, my attorney.
Todd's
Wolf.
wife.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Where can people find out more about you?
Cookie doeFace on Facebook. I live on Facebook. COOKEDOE face.com.
Oh shit, it's DOE.
So it's
I spelled it DOH.
No. So
Don't.
the thing is cookie money face, not cookie dough chocolate chip face. It's cookie money face. Cookie DOE face.
We got it up on the screen right now.
Yeah, because I get money. So change that. Make sure you got the right thing up on the screen. Cookie dough. Toddikins know.
And then also, speaking of money, you can talk about making like business stuff. if you really want to get down to it, and you are successful and you have these things, you can tell people this. You can share information. But that's where the Q&A comes into play. The Q&A sitting there at your computer, talking to your camera that's already built in, and then cutting it in iMovie real quick or in Premiere, whatever you want to use. It's already there. You just talk to the talk to your computer for 5 minutes at a time, answer 1 or 2 questions, and put it out into the world, and tell people where to submit stuff. God.
I know.
All right, Cookie. Thank you for coming in.
All right, can I steal some stuff out of here?
No, you can't steal some stuff out of here.
I just want like a camera and a chair and the light over there.
And so there you have it. That's the interview with Cookie doeFace, and she left us with some soup, some seafoody soup.
Smells mighty good.
Which does smell really good.
Some drinks, too.
And there are some drinks, which she left you a drink?
I think she drank half of them.
I think she drank all her drinks.
I know.
She was a little loopy. A little bit. She had a drink for the show.
Yep.
So I hope you gleaned some good information from that. That's the whole point of doing the interviews, is that we try to have different people on from time to time to see what they have to say, because you can always pick something up from somebody, and that is the point of the interviews. All right. So what are we up to next? Gear of the week?
Gear of the week we got, followed by Wheel of Fro.
And here's a shameless plug that we camouflage as Gear of the Week.
This is...
Is that another Straight Outta Focus shirt?
No, it's a shirt from Ministry of Supply. They reached out and said, "Can we send you free shirts?" And I was like, "No."
Is it related to Ministry of Magic?
No, what's that?
Harry Potter's dad works there?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You got a scarf, too, they sent you.
I asked for the scarf.
Do you know how to tie it? Do you know how to put on a scarf?
But it's not Burberry.
There should... Burberry.
It's Burberry.
I mean,
Get
it's
it
not
right.
Burberry.
There should be a bunch of... I was thinking, do I need to make a video on how to use scarves? Because I had to I was going to go on YouTube to look it up. I was going to go on YouTube for how to tie a scarf. There's multiple ways. So my buddy James showed me when we went out. I'm like, how do you do? He's like, there's this way. I'm like, that's pretentious. There's this way. I'm like, that's pretentious. And then there's the way that I do it.
So they're all perfect for you then.
No, the way that I do it...
Well, you're not a true hipster if you don't know how to tie a scarf.
That's what I'm saying.
Something like this.
That's exactly how I do it.
And
Right
then
there.
I just go
Put it
like
through the
this.
loop. Yep.
And I just put it through.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
good. That's the way to do it.
And I'm all like that. But then there's the other one where
that's cozy.
he showed me. He's like, so you've got...
You got the hangman.
You got this.
That's the Harry Potter
And then
style.
you got this. And it's like, yeah.
That's the aviator.
But it is a
flying
very
one.
nice scarf. But let me. I still haven't read up on the company. The whole way that this came about was that they emailed me and said, we'd like to send you shirts because we have found that photographers like wearing it to work out in. What I like that I did read is that it's wrinkle-free. It will not... Actually, it feels
nice.
it feels like polyester.
It does feel
It feels
like that.
like my bird shirts from 1970 something.
like all your other shirts upstairs.
Basically, for the shirts that I never wear. But
man.
I also think you can run it under water and the water just beads
What?
off of it. If you spill something on it...
So it's sweat resistant is what you're saying.
Can Steven put that on now? Oh, boy.
You're going to do it over the table?
Yeah, you're
do
gonna
it
get
over
on
the iPad.
table.
That'll be a real
No, do it
test.
on the iPad.
Yeah, right on the iPad.
Here, hold that.
Do it over Joe.
Can't believe you're doing that.
I don't think it beat it right off. I think it sucked it right up.
You missed like half of it.
Well, maybe it's like that wicking material that like whisk it off you. Like running stuff.
I thought it was supposed to do maybe that's their pants.
That's like how I sweat.
Well, it
Just
also has
drinks water.
anti-sweat technology.
It probably dries quick.
Yeah.
That's probably what it does.
I don't know. I got that totally. They'll have to tell me what.
Feels nice though, the material.
Well, look, it didn't get on my table because it absorbed it.
Look,
I
and they
mean,
give you this
yeah.
little book too.
Oh, the book was cool because
Idea book, it's called.
Well, it's added value. Anyway,
Oh, that's cool.
Ministry of Supply, there's a link on the screen because if we want to track it to see if you guys actually care, you can go check it out. And that's... No, what are you creeping in the background for?
That's just what he does.
Why are you creeping in the background?
Sit down, Noah. Stop being a weirdo.
I don't know. I see this guy creeping around the corner. Anyway, Ministry of Supply, they sent us some stuff.
I don't really get what the idea book is though.
Yeah, Steven doesn't get the idea book.
But I mean, I think they're supposed to be like professional looking, but you can be physical. in
active.
them.
That's
You
what
can
it
be
was meant to be active
Yeah.
for professionals, so on and so
Wedding
forth.
photographers, whatever.
I have some ideas on how to test these out. Hopefully, you guys will want to be down with it.
Well, yeah, and so what I told people on Snapchat, if you haven't gone to my Snapchat, it's Frono's Photo. I told you guys behind the scenes what this was all about. That they asked to send them, I said no, and then I was like, well, why not? Why don't you send some shirts that Steven and Todd can try on? And I wanted a scarf, so I got a scarf.
Where's Joe's? Did Joe get one?
Joe did not get a shirt.
Of course he didn't, because nobody cares about Joe.
They don't make flannel. Because every week he has a flannel shirt on.
Bravo, Jared.
So I said no, but then we're like, yes. And so we're trying it on. And then when we do these things, these experiments, I make sure that I get some kind of link so that we can track how effective it is when we do it. It's like a game for me to see how effective something is. That's what I love doing, is seeing that you can talk about something and then something else happens. And then in the main thing, it's like maybe we'll get them on the wheel to give away a free shirt or something. And that's how it could benefit us, but it could benefit you that if you're looking for something, you can use a code, because I think they put up a 15 or 10 or 15% off code. I believe it's Frono's Photo to get that. That's all I know. But anyway,
I'd be curious if anybody out there currently uses them. Like if there's wedding photographers that use them right now.
And some of our readers commented back that they know about the company. They relayed the story and how it all came about, and that they love their clothes for X amount of reasons. And the whole thing is, I don't know much. We got to try the shirts on.
Yeah.
But this is how it works. And my marketing brain starts going, and I'm like, well, maybe we could do a photo shoot around a male model wearing their pants, their scarf, their shirt.
Right here.
Todd.
I'm right here.
And through that, guess what happens? When we do something like that, there's product placement. But what else happens is that we do a photo shoot around it. We do the lighting, and we show you guys what a commercial photo shoot would look like. We film it, we share it, we get content out of it, and maybe some marketing money, because sponsorship money if we want to do that. You guys get the content to learn from, and maybe a discount code, and that company gets exposure for product placement.
We'll have Brooklyn Beckham shoot it.
And then we'll have Brooklyn Beckham shoot it.
Oh, yeah, we don't
We'll
need
live
Steven
stream it on
anymore.
his
We got
Instagram
Brooklyn
Because
Beckham.
he has 5.9 million
6
subscribers.
Yeah.
5.9.
He should host the show even. See if he's available, Steven.
Why don't we get him on the line? He could take photos of it. So that is the phone.
Yeah, hello. I'm Brooklyn Belling. I'd like to take your job as a Frono's Photo host. My hair's really big right now, if you'd like me to. All right, Mom, I'm coming. All right, I gotta go, guys. My mom said dinner's ready. Goodbye.
No. He says cheerio.
Cheerio, you blokes.
Yes, that's how he does it. So this is the Wheel of Fro over here that I'm talking about. Why is my table wet?
I wonder why.
I don't know why.
It's not wet. The shirt absorbed it. I thought it was supposed to beat off. Not beat off.
What?
Beat off? Whoa, hey, this is a family
Keep
show.
your personal... I mean, you were worried about Cookie talking reckless. That's really reckless that you're talking about beating off.
I thought it was supposed to bead off. Maybe that's a different material. No, it's just wet. Oh, well. They'll explain it to me. On the wheel, we've got borrowlenses.com. Go to borrowlenses.com/fro to check out what they have to offer. We've been using Borrow Lenses. Maybe we'll have to get the 1DX Mark II from Borrow Lenses.
Yeah.
Or maybe we get the D500, because they may be able to get it quicker. They get them really early sometimes.
They do.
So that's why we call them... What is that? What is this music?
It's just really loud.
Oh, I was trying to figure out, do we always have music when I talk about the sponsors on there?
And you
Every
ask me
time.
almost every time.
I do?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But anyway, Borrow Lenses is and if we don't want to spend $6,000 for a big lens, we just borrow the damn lens.
Yep.
So check it out. We've got a Fro prize. Why don't we talk about the Frono's Photo Guide to Getting Out of Auto? If you're interested in the Frono's Photo Guide to Getting Out of Auto, go to fronosphoto.com/guide so you can check that out if you want to get a 3-hour guide. Oh, if you go to Amazon, you can find it on Amazon. Type in Frono's Photo, one word or separate, but you'll see you can buy the DVD for the beginner guide and have it next day because it's Prime available.
Oh, nice.
Or you
Nice.
could also do the instant access to the streaming
So it's like
instantly.
the Prime check mark it's got?
Yeah, it
now?
has a
Awesome.
Prime check mark.
Yeah, nice.
I forgot to mention that stuff. So if you want to find it on Amazon because it's just easier to buy on Amazon, then
Cool.
go do that. Squarespace.com/fro. Steven, spin again. Videoblocks.com/go/fro. It's where we use video blocks quite often. Did you use any of that in the Canon printer video? Was there any need for it?
I used audio blocks and graphic stock for that video, not video
Not
blocks.
for the printer?
For the printer video.
Oh, in the new Canon video, you used the check marks and the graphic stock.
In
to
the
get the
Canon
paper.
video, I did the background and the check marks, yes.
So that was
Nice.
graphic stock. We got Kessler Crane.
What about Hoya?
Yeah, you skipped Hoya.
You skipped Hoya.
Oh, I'm
'Cause
sorry.
I was ready to go, Hoya!
I skipped Hoya by accident.
HD3.
Sorry, HD3. I was so interested in getting to Kessler. Thank you guys for tweeting at Kessler and welcoming them to the wheel.
What was that?
Welcoming them to the wheel. You put up the prize that they get. Kessler Crane. Can't wait to get into the new building so we can use the damn crane.
It's the same quick release plate too that we use. So.
Oh, awesome.
Again.
And we also used the Pocket Jib Pro when we went to the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
And we use the actual Pocket Jib. No, you're talking about the Traveler Jib.
The Traveler.
Yeah, the Pocket Jib Pro is the big guy.
Oh.
We used that just recently on the printer video, which will be coming out soon.
Oh, and the Traveler one, I believe that F-Stoppers showed that behind the
F-Stoppers
scenes.
did the Traveler
all the
one
time. They used the travel jib
they
when
did
they
their
went
guide.
around the world with
Yep.
Elias. Spin Again and the Rainbow. AdoramaPix.com. Don't forget about that code. It's PXJPMTL25 for 25% off all metal prints until 2/21.
Awesome.
We've got Aurora HDR. I like their logo because it has lots of colors.
Purple. You love purple.
Well, I love purple, but I also like lots of colors.
Yes.
So you've got Aurora HDR. Go check out that software. If you are big into HDR, it's nice to have a software that's separate, that is designed to really crush it when it comes to doing HDR by itself. And if it's backed by Trey Ratcliffe, you know that it's got to be good for HDR because he's Mr. HDR.
And you have a 10% off code, right? It's just Fro?
Whatever the code is, Steven.
I believe it's Fro.
Thank you. It's up on the screen.
There you go.
And if you're listening at home, it's still up on the screen. You should be watching. Think Tank Photo to get your bag. You've got Audio Blocks. This is where you're hearing the music from. Lexar. Todd Spin Again. Rode Microphone. MyRoadReel.com to get more information on signing up for My Road Reel competition. And the question mark. So let's get into the photo, the spin,
Wheel of Fro
the Wheel of Fro
Submissions.
submission music.
Yes.
All right, so we got a couple people today. First one we got is from Nathan Becker.
Beckham?
And there's a theme
Brooklyn's
this
brother?
week. There's a theme this week that you'll see. But yeah, not
I'm
Nathan
nervous.
Beckham. Nathan Becker.
Okay.
And this is called Frotel, California.
Living it up in the Frotel, California. Such a lovely place. Let me spin that wheel. Living it up in the Frotel, California.
Where's my lighter at?
That's what
I want Lexar cards. I want Adorama Pix and Squarespace.
Sounds like he's Brooklyn's age.
Oh, a little ping at the end.
Oh, I was waiting for it to get totally metal.
No. He just he kept it short and sweet.
And way to say spin that wheel. Thank
Now-
you.
Yeah. Now Hotel California. Who sings it? The Eagles,
Eagles.
right?
Eagles, yeah.
Well, here's another one from Dylan Hendrickson. He did an Eagles cover as well. Random.
Well, I spun the wheel real loud the other day. I spun it so damn loud, my neighbor texted me. They said, would you just shut up now? The wheel is fucking loud. Oh shit, I didn't say you must, my bad. 'Cause I got a fro, and I host that RAWtalk show. Gotta spin that wheel, don't you know? Ooh, my goddamn Obama drone.
Now, I
a
cut
long
that
one.
off. That goes on for another 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that one goes on for quite some time.
Did he ever say spin that wheel?
I don't know. I didn't get through the whole song because I was like, but I thought it was very good.
All right, what else?
Finally, we have a submission from south of the border.
Wait, is that
where
Mexico?
Taco Bells are.
Or where Trump wants to build a wall?
Yeah, so luckily he sent this up before the wall went up. It's from Judas Gomez, and this one has to do with...
That's Silent J.
Hootis?
Udis.
Udis?
Silent J.
Udis Omez?
No,
it's
the
Judas Gomez.
No, the J is silent in Mexican.
Not Judas is.
I think you should think of Jesus.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jesus.
Well,
It wouldn't be Hootass. Hootass.
Why don't you do
Anyways,
that?
he's got one, and it's in Spanish, and it's about federales and Jared.
Órale, cabrón. Gira la rueda. Dale, Jared. Jared, ahí vienen los federales. Nos van a agarrar. Pélate, Jared. ¡Ay, ya nos agarraron! Saca los dólares, ándale. Saca los dólares. Para darle a los federales. No, Jared, pélate. Gira la rueda, carnal.
Now, he did send us a translation.
Oh, did
he? Oh,
yeah,
good.
he did. And I can show you that, guys. But that's Jared, by the way. Because I was like, where's Jared? And I hear him going,
Oh, it's a silent J.
Exactly. So maybe it is Judas. But he is saying spin that wheel, unlike the other guys. He did say spin that wheel.
And was
So
that
that's the three I
sexual
got.
healing?
Huh?
Was that sexual healing at the end?
I don't know what it was at the end.
Sounded like
It
sexual
did
healing.
kinda- yeah, you're right.
I don't know what that was at the end, but maybe the federales were having their way with you when they pulled you over. But
Where can people submit?
It's singwheelofro@gmail.com, and you don't have to sing. You can just say Wheel
You
of
can
Fro.
just say,
You don't have
you
to
can
be
spin
musically
that wheel.
inclined.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. You can do skits.
We
Doesn't
love
have
them
to be just
both,
music.
and we say that each week. We love
Yeah.
the creative ones. We also love when you say spin that wheel in your own style. And I know you keep getting a lot, but that's why we just pick 3, because 3 is the one we want to
yeah,
do.
they were the standouts this week.
Yeah.
They were the standouts.
Yeah, you got to make it good.
All right,
And we'll pick
so we have to pick one for the wheel.
We do.
I'm going to go with that second one, personally.
I think I like the second one too.
I was going to go with the first one because it had more sponsors in it.
Well, you know what? Dylan may have a lot more as well since he's gone for 3 minutes.
So is that what we're doing? Is number 2?
I kind of like that one. Yeah, you like that one?
Number 2, I like number 2.
And he did go into the Obama drones, and I think he goes into a lot more as well. Well, you can listen to it at the very end of the show.
All right, we'll put that up at this. So what's his name?
Dylan Hendrickson.
All right. Am I tied down to this chair with my scarf?
No, it's just on the back.
Looks like you're about
There
to
you
fly
go.
a plane.
All right, here we go. Ready, Dylan?
Oh, you're switching it up.
Uh-oh.
Look at that little nut.
Well, that's fun to real loud.
I hope my neighbor's not home. We just had a board meeting about noise. Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. The Wheel of Fro is about to stop on Borrow Lenses. Congratulations to this guy. You are getting something from Borrow Lenses. And if you want to check out Borrow Lenses yourself, go to borrowlenses.com/Fro to check out Borrow Lenses' stuff. Because, from time to time, they sell their stuff used.
Yes,
and
I bought half my lenses used out there.
You can find good savings because they're buying hundreds upon hundreds of, sometimes 10s and 20s and 50 or 100 copies of the same thing, and they like to rotate the inventory, so they put up sales quite often. Take advantage of those used sales, but definitely rent stuff too.
What did you get, Steven?
My 16 to 35 and my 24-70 used.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nobody wants Todd's 24 to 70.
I'm going
Throw
to
that
send
thing
it to
out.
him.
Straight out of focus for real. So anything else we need to go over?
That's it.
That's it? Anything, Todd? Where can they find that shirt?
Such a
I
dick.
don't know. I
I know
can't
where they
think
can
of anything that I want to talk about.
So you can possibly find shirts similar to that during the first mobile RAWtalk with Todd being available.
Wait till I have my 12,800
Yep.
shirt.
I'm gonna be out on the corner selling them like at a Sixers game.
Like at a Sixers game, got your T-shirt.
I got you out of focus T-shirts right here.
So we will be doing a show, a RAWtalk episode in Philadelphia on March 3rd. It's a Thursday night. It's going to start around 7 o'clock, so we'll run for about an hour and a half show. Make a night of it. It's going to be fun. If you want to drive up or drive down from wherever you are, this is a great opportunity because we're not sure how many we'll do all year. This is the one that we're able to squeeze in. So it's BYOB. If you're driving from long distances, please have a designated driver because you can't Uber home from far, or you could. It just costs you a lot of money. Or you could pay Joe off, and Joe will Joe be going around? He can't sell beer. You're not allowed to sell beer, but Joe can walk up and down the aisle giving out beer.
Give Joe your beer, and then you can just yell at Joe to beer you.
Yeah, Joe could walk around with a bucket and a yellow shirt with what number? 22? 14 on the back of it.
69.
Just like, and he can do that. So sign up for the show. It's $8 for the ticket, and you will get a free lens cloth of $5 value when you walk in the door with your ticket. So that's that. Anything to add?
That's it.
Todd?
I think that's it. We just need a hashtag.
Uh,
Philly RAWtalk.
Philly RAWtalk.
Yeah, I guess that if you're coming, or even if you're not coming, give us a hashtag Philly RAWtalk and any other things that you've heard throughout the show that you think would be funny hashtags. Send them to me on Twitter, send them to me on Facebook, send them to me on the Snappy Chat, and we can go from there. Big thank you to Cookie doeFace for coming out to the show and giving us whatever she gave us, like the food.
Gumbo or some sort of stew.
Yeah.
It smells really fantastic. It's been stewing on the stew for the entire show. And want to thank you guys for watching, and thank everybody for continuing to support the show. And that is where we will leave this episode of number Fro Knows Photo RAWtalk 169. So you can go to froknowsphoto.com/RAWtalk-169 to get all the photo news stories and more, and everything that we talked about on the show. Jared Poland, froknowsphoto.com. See ya.
Well, I spun the wheel real loud the other day. I spun it so damn loud, my neighbor texted me. They said, would you just shut up now? The wheel is fucking loud. Oh shit, I didn't say you must, my bad. 'Cause I got a fro, and I host that RAWtalk show. Gotta spin that wheel, don't you know? Ooh, my goddamn Obama drone. Well, the text my neighbor sent me made me stop and wonder why I spun the wheel too loud again another time. Well, just remember this, my neighbor, when I spin the wheel so fine. Gonna spin that wheel next week the same damn time. 'Cause I got a fro, and Todd just said, shut up, Joe. Gotta spin that wheel, don't you know? 'Cause I host a RAWtalk show, and I gotta spin that wheel, you know. 'Cause I got a fro. Even mixed is the audio. Gotta spin that wheel of fro. Spin that wheel. This has been the Wheel of Fro. Thanks for spinning.